Scholar Athlete is presented by Associates in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, with offices in Dalton and Calhoun.
Like many kids, it's in kindergarten when they find their hobbies and passion. And for Dalton senior Jordan White, his came on a wrestling mat, where he realized at the age of 6 not only what he liked, but what he was pretty good at.
Back then I was only like 35 pounds, but they put me down there and I went undefeated my kindergarten year, I think, and I've wrestled since then.
And as the years have gone by, this Scholar Athlete's matured as a leader both on and off the mat, leading his teammates by example.
They'll listen to you. If you show leadership, then they'll listen to you, and it's always good to have a good leader on the team that can like tell the kids what to do and get them on track. And like in matches and stuff, like when we're having a close match, if you're running around pumping the kids up, getting them ready, telling them, come on, let's go, come on, let's go, then that's going to help us in the match a lot more.
Jordan is a type of leader that he shows it with his actions. You know, it's not so much that he's vocal, but he shows it with his actions.
Actions that speak louder than words. Jordan has a 44-3 record in the 112-pound weight class. So if there's anyone that any coach would like to clone, it's probably this guy.
He's just one of those kids that he strives for the best, whether it's on the wrestling mat, whether it's in the classroom, or it's off the field. You know, or off the mat rather. He just gives excellent effort. He tries to compete in everything that he does, and I think it speaks volumes when you have a young man like himself, student athlete, that is willing to go the extra mile.
And he's also willing to motivate others to get them fired up for their match.
If they go out there without any like adrenaline pumping, you know, they're not going to wrestle as good. So it's always good to lead the kids and cheer them on right before their matches.
But wrestling's not where it ends for this Scholar Athlete. Jordan also doesn't miss a beat when he's playing his guitar or wrestling with his grades, as he carries a 3.9 grade point average.
You've always got to have your grades first, and if you get your schoolwork done either at school or after practicing, then you can do good.
Now you might think that with as much time wrestling takes, it'd be difficult to handle other things such as schoolwork. But that's actually not the case, at least not with Jordan.
This is a full-time job. I mean, I can't work like I usually do off-season, but this is twice as hard as anything else, and wrestling like makes everything else seem easy. So once you've cut like 20 pounds, you know, homework doesn't even seem that bad.
Nor does keeping his composure when he leaves the mat. For as competitive as Jordan is, what you see on the mat isn't his true colors.
I'm really a pacifist outside the sport. I hate violence, I hate fighting and all that, but I mean, if I would have started playing golf, that's what I would have done, but I started wrestling, so I have to be rough with the kids. You gotta break the kids in order to win the match.
Jordan plans on going to college next year in hopes of one day becoming a dentist. But until then, he'll continue grinding his opponents into the wrestling mat. With your Scholar Athlete of the Week, I'm Jeremy Babin, Newswatch 10 Sports.